Hi, welcome. My name is Jonas Bergsten and I'm the founder of the Swedish Core Bible. And right now we're working on to getting the Swedish Core Bible into English. So today I want to share a little bit from the chapter of love in 1 Corinthians chapter 13. And did you know that this wonderful poem also has this great structure? So when you see it, it even gets so even more wonderful. So we often known like the reading from we start with point A, point B, point C, and then we have maybe a conclusion at the end. But in the Bible, there's hundreds of ways that the Bible used to kind of convey a meaning. And one of these ways is chiastic patterns. And this poem of love is written in a beautiful pattern. So in the Swedish Core Bible that was released last year, it's quite thick, it's 3,000 pages. But we have these pictures in the Bible, so we can actually see it's written to Corinth. So actually we have a picture here of one of the streets in Corinth. My wife Lisa and I visit here and several times and take photos. And then we have the poem on love. And you can see the text is indented in some ways here. So we're working on the English version and we have it online on the Core Bible website. So here is the poem on love, 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4 to 7. So it starts with that love is patient and kind. Such is love. And the Core Bible, we really go really near the Greek text. So this translation really follow the Greek word order. So you can see that we have love here, and the kind of surrounding patient and kind. And patient and kind are kind of under synonymous word for how love is defined. So love is patient and kind. Such is love. And then this is the first section of this. So let's go to the end of this. And we come down to verse 7, where it says, it bears all things. It believes everything. It hopes for everything. It endures everything. So actually here we have 4 positive things. It bears all things. It believes everything. It hopes for everything. And it endures everything. So we have 4 positive things in the end, and we have patient and kind up here, 2 positive things. So the poem love kind of brackets love with the positive sides of love. And you can also see that it bears all things is a synonym, it endures everything. And in the middle we have it believes and it hopes. So in the middle it's kind of believing and hoping, it's bracketed by it bears and it endures everything. So this is kind of the frame for this poem. And in the middle we have 7 knots. So it does not boast, it is not puffed up, it does not behave improperly, it does not seek its own, it does not become angry, not remember evil, does not rejoice in injustice. And in the Bible, the number 7 is always used for completion, something that's fulfilled. So these 7 knots are kind of groups together the things, and in the middle of this is the 4th one. It does not seek its own. So in the middle of this poem we have this center. It does not seek its own. It's not selfish. So that's kind of the center of this. How is the biblical love, agape, defined? It doesn't seek its own. It's not selfish. So in the middle part we have these negative things. We have the positive things of love in the beginning and the end. And in the section going from the positive into the negative, it says is not envious, such is love. So here, not envious is bracketed by the word love, and we have 3 love here in the beginning, kind of defining what love is. And then in the end, going from the positive to the negatives, and then back to the negatives, back to the positives. So then we have this hinge, kind of like a door. So it says it doesn't rejoice in injustice, but rejoices in the truth. And in this section, we have 14 verbs, unique words, and we have actually rejoice coming 2 times. There's 15 in total, but 14 unique verbs. So going back from the negatives to the positives again, it's using rejoice 2 times and kind of connecting back. And that's so beautiful. The love doesn't rejoice in injustice, but rejoices in the truth. So it doesn't like gets happy when, if something gets exposed. It doesn't like, haha, now we got you. It's kind of like the way it rejoices in the truth, but it doesn't rejoice over the sinner or the one who is involved in that. So it doesn't rejoice in injustice. So when you see these patterns, you see that love is used 3 times. And you know the number 3 is kind of like in the Trinity, it's kind of like God's, it's really a holy number. So 3 times love is used. And then you have these 15 verbs, but it's 14 unique ones. So 2 times 7, it kind of are all the verbs in the section. And it's all structured in the positive, that love is patient and kind. And then bracket in the end, it bears all things, it believes everything, it hopes everything, it endures everything. And in the middle, we have these 7 nots, where the love is not. And it's kind of centered about it does not seek its own. And I think this is so beautiful. I mean, if you're just reading this in English, it's so beautiful. But also seeing this pattern makes it, wow, this is how Paul kind of structured this when he wrote it, inspired by the Holy Spirit, to writing it and giving this beautiful poem on love. So if you look up in the core Bible, there are all these notes in here, so you can read and kind of see these things. But I just want to share this today. This is so beautiful what love is. Blessings.